By ignoring a subpoena to appear in front of the House committee investigating the January 6th Capitol riot, former Trump advisor Steve Bannon could find himself in contempt of Congress. The full House votes later this morning. But right now, I want to get out to our White House correspondent, Kellen Howell from Washington. Kellen, good morning. So if the full House votes yes on contempt, what happens next?
Good morning, Alex. Well, if this vote passes in the full House, the next step is that would send a referral for criminal prosecution to the Department of Justice. And then the Department of Justice is going to have to determine whether or not they want to go forward with a criminal prosecution against Steve Bannon. That would involve a grand jury process and, of course, you know, the full court shebang, so to speak. Now, we don't know yet whether or not that is going to actually happen, but there was a statement earlier this week from a spokesman for the U.S. Attorney's Office in the District of Columbia. I think we have that statement that we can pull up to read for you all. But this spokesperson did say that they plan to evaluate the matter based on facts and the law. Here's that statement. If the House of Representatives certifies a criminal contempt citation, the Department of Justice, as with all criminal referrals, will evaluate the matter based on the facts and the law, consistent with the principles of federal prosecution. So not, taking it so far as to say they are definitely going to prosecute, but saying that's what this process will look like if they choose to do that, Alex.
The facts are there, then we should see what happens. So could Bannon see jail time?
It's possible. It's hard to say for sure. Of course, the process would have to play out fully. But if he is held in criminal contempt of Congress, that carries with it a possible penalty of a hefty fine or up to 12 months in jail. So that is possible, but we haven't really seen that happen in the past. So if precedent is anything, it's more likely in this case that that Congress will rather be setting an example with Steve Bannon, so to speak, saying that for anybody else who decides to defy these congressional subpoenas, that this committee and this Congress will take that very seriously and plan to escalate it sort of up the chain and into the criminal court system.
Got it. So how are members of both parties expected to vote today?
Well, you can be pretty sure that most Democrats, if not all Democrats, are going to vote in favor of holding Steve Bannon in contempt. Most Republicans are going to be against this. In fact, Republican House leaders have sent out a memo saying that, in their opinion, they don't have the authority to carry out law enforcement duties. They see this as more of a law enforcement and less of a legislative vote. And so in their view, this isn't something that they should be doing. But we do know that at least 2 House Republicans do plan to vote in favor of the contempt charges, and that is Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheney. Both of these Republicans are members of the January 6th committee. They have already voted in favor on that committee to send this contempt vote to the full House for referral. They also both voted in favor of impeaching Donald Trump after the January 6th attack.